Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? Welcome back to another edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. As always, glad you can join us. Before we get things started off, get to our website as soon as you can. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. We got the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States-friendly bookmaker sites. Our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. You know the deal. I want you to become an expert on this entire online betting process. So get to our website as soon as you can. Stop wasting time. Now, let's get started with our A to Z sports betting lingo. What is our concept for today? Well, it is the word outsiders. So, first of all, yeah, great movie from the 1980s. But now, in terms of bookmaking and all that, the outsiders, that means the competitors that are not expected to win, the opposite to the favorite, usually offered at lengthy odds. Now, going back to our most recent World Cup, the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, Croatia were considered outsiders. So when it comes to these tournaments that are coming up, whether it's Champions League or, English Premier League, take a chance on some of the outsiders. You never know what can happen. This is a game. You got to play this game. You got to know what you're doing. So with that, don't forget outsiders. All right, moving on now. I'm at William Hill, that's www.williamhill.com. Look for the hashtag YourOdds, and this is involving UEFA Champions League. Now, a good amount of them available here. First one, with 1 to 14 odds, Juventus not to win Champions League 2018-19, whatever. I'll just call it the 2019 Champions League. So for that bet right there, clearly everyone is expecting Juventus to have a very good chance at taking the next edition of UEFA Champions League. And that naturally is involving the recent acquisition of Cristiano Ronaldo. So this will probably weaken Real Madrid a little bit, but, it's Real Madrid. They always have loads of players ready to go. So let's take a look and let's see how things go. Next one, kind of surprised that this one's here, but it says Atletico Madrid to finish in the top 2 in La Liga next season. 5 to 2 odds for that one. And this goes right back to Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid. So does that mean now Atletico Madrid are now the best team in Madrid in the top flight of Spanish football? You just never know. Next, 5 to 2 odds, Celtic of Scotland to qualify for the group stages of the Champions League. And this one won't be easy for them to do, because I remember not that long ago, Celtic did lose one leg of a Champions League qualifier, I believe to the Lincoln Red Imps of Gibraltar. Fortunately for Celtic, they did not get eliminated. They won their return leg, but come on, looking back at it, still pretty bad that Celtic once lost to a team from Gibraltar. No offense, Gibraltar, but you know what I mean. Next one, with 3 to 1 odds, Real Madrid to win the Champions League in the next 2 seasons. So that would be the 2018-19 season or the 2019-2020 season. That's a pretty good one to take. Like I said, Real Madrid will be back and ready to go. Next one. Wolves, let's just say Wolverhampton, to reach the final of the Champions League before the 2024-2025 season. I'm not really sure if the people or the powers that be at William Hill are, big fans of certain teams, but it seems like they really do have a thing for coming up these wagers for Wolves. Come on, where are the wagers for Cardiff City? They also got promoted to the English Premier League, so come on, William Hill, get it together. Next, 9 to 1 odds, an all-English final in next year's Champions League. It would be tough for that to happen. I mean, it can happen, but, that, of course, is something that the English bookies just really, really want. Let's face it. Next, 14 to 1 odds, Kylian Mbappe to win Champions League next year, 2018-2019, and the 2019 Ballon d'Or. That would be something. We saw Kylian Mbappe had a great World Cup with France, Ally Les Bleus. Mbappe, 19 years old, a lot of great things coming in the future for this young kid. And before we continue, Make sure you get to our website as soon as you can. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. Remember, we got tips on how to register, bet, and withdraw. Our Bookmaker Guide is available for you to download, and our A to Z sports betting lingo will make you sound like an expert on this entire online betting process. So get to our website as soon as you can. Also, when you get some free minutes, check out our blogs that are available. First, you can check out Dan's cricket blog and then Patrick's American sports blog. You know, Dan and Patrick, they're working hard. Show them some support. And also make sure you check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Make a prediction on who you think's going to win the next European Championship. That's my latest blog there. I think you'll like it. You know, is it too early to place a wager on the Euro 2020 winner? You know, if you ask the bookies, or if you ask me, they're going to say, no, it's never too early. So go on and do it. Okay, so back to William Hill. I will be switching gears in just a minute. But how about Liverpool to beat Real Madrid in the 2018-2019 Champions League final? The odds for that, 66-1. Surely Liverpool would like to have some revenge, and they do have the squad to pull it off. They did recently sign Brazilian keeper Alisson. Not sure exactly how it's going to work out, but as long as he can play goalie and not make dumb mistakes, should be fine. And how about this one? 200-1 odds for Real Madrid to beat Barcelona in the final of UEFA Champions League 2018-19 on penalties. And don't forget that, 200-1 odds. Get to William Hill as soon as you can. That's www.williamhill.com. All right, shifting gears now a bit. I am at Paddy Power. Not a tough one to find. www.paddypower.com. As always, I'm into the special bets, or even the novelty bets. Let's see what's going on here. So, what will Tony McGregor complain about next? And this will be settled on the basis of his next post to any of his official social media platforms. So, look at the choices here. We got Dublin Bus, Ryanair, Hugo Boss, Dolce & Gabbana, Dart, and the weather. So if you think he's going to complain about Dublin Bus, the odds are 3-1. Also 3-1 for Ryanair. I've been on a Ryanair before, but I was already prepared by many people in advance, so I don't think I had much to complain about because I followed all the right steps. So just going to leave it at that. Hugo Boss 7-2, Dolce & Gabbana 5-1, Dart 6-1, and the weather 6-1. All right, well, depending on where you live in the world, there'll be plenty of opportunities to complain about the weather. How about which emoji will Apple ban next? If you choose cigarette, the odds evens. Pistol, 13-8. Hammer, 4-1. Plastic cup and straw, 4-1. A kitchen knife, 16-1. A syringe, 16-1. This right here at Paddy Power shows that you really could bet on quite a few things, not gonna lie. That doesn't stop right there. Also, 33-1 to ban the skull and crossbones, 50-1 to ban smiling poop emoji. That one's become very, very popular, not gonna lie. And also then next to ban the pill, 50-1 odds. Even Moneybag, 80-1. Well, we'll see. So get to Paddy Power as soon as you can, but we are not stopping there. There are a lot of you Game of Thrones fans, so let's check out the Game of Thrones betting page, all right? Who will rule Westeros? Am I pronouncing it correctly? That's a good question. Still have yet to see a full episode of Game of Thrones. But the writer, George R.R. Martin, I must say, he's very popular, done a lot of good work. So this winner will be based on whoever rules as head of state at the end of the TV series. Dead heat rules apply. So if you think it's going to be Bran Stark, payout here, evens. Any child of Daenerys Targaryen, 3-1. Also 3-1 for Daenerys Targaryen. Trying to get this correct. How about 3-1 also for any child of Jon Snow? 7-2 for Jon Snow. 11-2 for Tyrion Lannister. Also, Cersei Lannister, 9-1, or Night's King, the current leader of the White Walkers, 10-1, 12-1 for Sansa Stark. There are plenty of more for you to check out, but the ones with the very, very outside odds, you have 325-1 for Ed Sheeran, Hot Pie, and Gilly. So like I said, get to Paddy Power as soon as you can. You know the address, that's www.paddypower.com. Enjoy these specialty bets or novelty bets, whatever it is you want to call them. And that is it for this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate the support. Like I said before, check out Dan's cricket blog and Patrick's American sports blog. And don't hesitate to check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Get to our website as soon as you can. Download the Bookmaker Guide. It is there to help you. Once again, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker over and out.